friends, Casey Ashmore coming to you from the studio again. Today we are talking about adult community supervision, and we have covered that in some detail in the last video series about how it starts, making an allocution of guilt, why you got to pay a probation fee, you got to pay the county back for supervising you because they're allowing you to be free, and you need to pay the taxpayers, of which you're one of, back for supervising you because you can't take care of your business, and you're going to help reimburse the county for that cost, etc. And of course, we talked about the sanction process. When you make a mistake, when you're on probation, you're on the 10-yard line. The end of probation is the touchdown. If you drop the ball on the 3, what do? Well, you get in front of it. You call your probation officer. You tell them you had a backslide. You tell them that you consumed alcohol, maybe that you did drugs, something unfortunate happened. You missed a report, but you had a good reason for it, and you get in front of it. Again, before I jump into this though, the last several months we've been paying special attention to and acknowledging the challenges that our nation is facing, the biggest of which is the unending economic impact of the coronavirus pandemic. It's been a terrible tragedy. We have been struggling through it. We've got neighbors who have had to change professions, have been out of work, and people around our community, around our world, friends, neighbors, what have you. It's just been terrible, and we are sending out prayers to lift them up and strengthen them in this challenging time. And of course, the nation is struggling with and reeling from the tragic death of Mr. Floyd, and we are praying for solidarity, unity, and healing on how we are going to come together as a people. I am reminded of the rhetoric of our revolution that, our founders created a union where we are all created equal under God. And it has not been an easy road to live up to the rhetoric of those words. And, I am reminded of the motto of our great nation, that out of many we are one. So we're talking about community supervision, adult probation. We're talking about sanctions. What happens when you trip on the turf, you drop the ball, you got to get in front of that. You got to call your probation officer. You got to tell them what the issue is, and you got to fix that. They're not going to revoke you the first time you drop the ball on the 3. Now, if you committed another offense, scenario that I gave a moment ago where the client had, let's say they're on probation for some sort of alcohol related offense, they go have 3 or 4 Boilermakers, and then they do get behind the wheel and get pulled over for a new DWI, or worse, have a DWI crash that involves another motor vehicle, not just themselves, or injures a person, pedestrian or otherwise. That's a serious offense, and that'll probably get you revoked. So short of that, we're just talking about sanctions where you have a relapse of drug and alcohol, you miss an appointment for a good reason, maybe not the greatest reason. The thing to do is to get in front of it. The probation department does not want you in jail, does not want your family to be on social welfare, does not want you not paying your fines, not paying your court costs, not providing for your family. They're going to, more likely than not, especially if you've been getting after it, they're going to recommend a sanction of some sort. And those sanctions can be stretching you out, adding more time to the probation, putting you on intense supervised probation where you're under closer monitoring. Maybe you're reporting every week, but things to help you stay focused, right? And those conditions can be onerous, but that's a whole lot better than wearing orange pajamas and making small rocks into little rocks at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice.